Mr. Argyle Party and Gifts, Argyle Eagles Club, and all the outhouse to get all together. Thank you. On the other side of the stand, no later than 6:45.
Okay, welcome Mustangs fans. We're out here in Argyle tonight for quite a matchup. We've got the fourth-ranked Argyle Eagles squaring off with the Mustangs, who are ranked 12th in the state. Mustangs have the edge in the district record. They're 10-0. Argyle is 9-1. So this should be quite a game tonight. The Mustangs are going to have to bring it and pitch well, hit well, play defense, because I'm sure the Eagles are going to challenge them. They know the record just like the Mustangs do, and they're going to be jacked up for this game, no doubt. Trey?
Yeah, I mean, we're in for a barn burner, Jeff. I just popped up a graphic for the District 7-5A standings, and just like you mentioned, Grapevine and Argyle have locked up playoff spots. These two teams, no matter what happens in the last four games, will be in the top four in the district. Right now, they're playing for seeding, out of the district. Grapevine's 10-0 in the district, 21-4-2 overall. As Jeff mentioned, they are ranked 12th in the state right now. Argyle's been ranked in the top 5 in the state all year long. They dropped from 2 to 4 in the most recent poll that we saw, and they're 22-4-2, including a signature win over Southlake about a week and a half ago. And they're 9-1. Then you got Birdville, you got Denton Ryan, you got Colleyville. Two of those three are probably going to end up with the other two spots, and Richland, Denton, and Lake Dallas. Hey, for the first time in years, Grapevine controls their own destiny right here, and that's a good spot to be in. If they split with Argyle, and they win out next week, they're top seed.
Well, it'd be great to have that top seed going into the playoffs for obvious reasons, but it's nice to have that playoff spot locked up this early. But, I'm looking out at the left field wall out there, Trey, and Argyle has been state champs 2015, 2018, 2019. Now, Grapevine has a state championship mixed in the last 5 years also, but then national champions in 2018 and 2019. I'm not sure how that is determined, I assume by a poll, because there's no national championship in high school. But that tells you the type of notoriety they have, and that I'm sure that has a lot to do with their ranking right now at fourth in the state. Because Grapevine certainly has just as impressive a record as Argyle does overall, and certainly in the district.
And that's true. And I think one of the ways that we can see that is taking a look at some of the common opponents. And it's so varied, the outcomes against these common opponents, that, I don't know what to think about it, right? And you tell me, your view, but Grapevine lost to Geyer in a close one, 9-6. On the other hand, Argyle beats Geyer, 13-2. Grapevine beat Northwest handily, but Northwest beat Argyle. Argyle lost to Northwest. And, of course, what makes this so interesting this week is Grapevine swept Birdville and beat their ace, Hatera. I guess that's his name, Parker Hatera.
Yeah.
And then Argyle split. Hatera beat beat Argyle in their round. Braswell tied Grapevine in the very first tournament of the year, and then Grapevine beat them. And then looks like they had a slugfest against Argyle, and Argyle came out on top. So, hey, you put that into your blender. Does that have any bearing on what we're doing tonight?
It really doesn't matter once
Yeah.
once that first pitch is thrown tonight. But it is interesting to look at those common opponents, and really the Birdville comparison's the only one where we have a bit of an edge.
Right.
It's kind of a draw in the other areas, and sometimes in those non-district games, you're not necessarily throwing your best pitcher. So take that with a grain of salt. But Birdville is a district opponent, so both teams were going at them with their best. And it's interesting that Argyle only scored 2 runs in that series. We scored 12 runs against Birdville's. I'm presumably the same pitching. So I like that fact for the Mustangs, and the Mustangs have been swinging the bats well. So I feel good coming into the game tonight.
Yeah, I think, and you mentioned the term pitching twice, Jeff, and that's what Grapevine's been able to bring consistently every game this year. Their starting pitching has been able to go deep, and the guy who has set the tone for the entire rotation is senior Wes Cunningham, right-hander with 5 district victories and 9-0 overall.
You shared that slide with me earlier today, and I was sitting there looking at his overall record with 9 wins. If he puts up a couple more wins, he's got to be challenging the Mustang record book for most wins in a season. I don't have that number in front of me, but you hit double digits in a high school season. That's impressive. We're only playing 20 games. I mean 30 games usually unless you go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, and so there's been some great guys that come through. Ben King comes to mind on pitching records, and Connor Newman.
Yeah.
Those guys.
I know
were
Connor
fantastic.
had quite a Mustang career.
Yeah, Louisiana Tech, Connor Newman. But one thing's for certain, people up here and people back at Grapevine, they take baseball seriously, and we're in for a heck of a game.
Got the impression tonight up here in Argyle, it means quite a bit to this community. There was quite a few. It's our youth night out here tonight. Mustangs had that night a couple weeks ago, and there's a lot of kids out here, a lot of parents out here. They've got the cheerleaders out here. They've got the mascot. They're pulling out all the stops tonight for the Mustangs.
Yeah, this is youth night tonight, Jeff. It was very similar to what we had. I guess was it last week? Was it last week they had youth night at?
It's within
it wasn't
the
on
last
Friday.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it wasn't on Friday. It was maybe Tuesday 2 weeks ago from today. But every youth baseball player in Argyle is lined up to come out on the field. I mean, I got to tell you, the sports, the athletics are taken very seriously here at Argyle. And it's great because there's a little bit of rivalry being developed between Grapevine and Argyle. In fact, Grapevine's football team was 11-2 this year. Had 2 losses, right? A regular season loss to Argyle and a postseason loss to, you guessed it, Argyle Eagles. Yeah, and they both, I mean, Argyle, Grapevine was in both of the games, but probably the better team won on that given night, on both those occasions. But I've worked a lot of games up here, youth football games, and it's just a pleasure to be around these guys, this whole community. They really embrace their student athletes in a big way.
Well, what I'm hearing, Trey, is it sounds like the baseball teams needs to avenge those losses for the football team.
Can I say damn right on a school broadcast? I don't know. I might get in trouble for that, but I think it's probably on everybody's mind. But what a beautiful park.
It is a great ballpark. We talked about it earlier. It's a little short down the lines, 300 in right, 306 down the left field line, but they've got a bit of a Fenway-type wall in left field. It's about at least a probably 15-foot wall, so you're going to have some elevation to hit it out. The wind is blowing out to left, so balls are definitely going to carry better to left field. It's going to be tough to get one out to right because the wind's going to hold that ball in and want to push it back to the left.
Yep. We're gonna stay with the ambient cut right now, but it's a great atmosphere, and it's because they're playing a bunch of music. And I don't have any YouTube tunes loaded up right now. I'll try to get that for you before we head into the game. But Grapevine is in their grays tonight. Gray uniforms with the red numbers that are trimmed in either, I think they're trimmed in white, the numbers. I can't see from here. I did lose my glasses up here at Argyle. Maybe somebody, hey, listen, if anybody's listening to this, maybe they could check in the press box to see if my glasses, I left them up there when we did the scoreboard integration. But
I'm going to help you out and
I
tell
don't
you
know
that
where they are.
the numbers are red for Grapevine. From a distance, it looks a little bit like the South Alabama road uniforms, the gray and the red. We had those colors.
Yeah. I think it's red and they got a little white border around them.
Okay.
I don't know though.
Okay.
You know, but I like these uniforms. I like the cream ones the best. If we're voting on.
I like those blue jerseys they wore the other night in Denton.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of that color.
Yeah, that's a good looking color. That historically, I think the blue was something that was just thrown in one time when they were, from the very early days when they were playing Collegeville Heritage, and somebody introduced blue into the color wheel. But the original Mustang colors are what we have on our heads, white and red.
Red and white, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the colleges can have about 6 different colors now, so why can't we have 3?
Yeah, I mean, don't they have 3 or 4 uniforms that they? Who makes the call? Who's the fashion? Who's the guy that runs the fashion statement? I wonder on the staff.
Nike. Nike makes the call.
No, I'm talking about for the Mustangs. Who's on the staff running the decision on the uniforms? I bet it's the assistant coach, the assistant varsity coach, Coach Blackwell.
Okay.
He's a fashion guy, I bet, huh?
Well, since you've nicknamed Gianni Versace,
yeah, right.
Shouldn't he be consulted?
Maybe, yeah, right. That's better.
Trey, this view we've got out here in right field. Did you ever watch the show Home Improvement? Do you remember Wilson with who he always talked to Tim Allen through the fence because he could only see his eyes? We have a bit of the Wilson view tonight.
Hey, do you want me to set up that other ladder?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm one rung high on a step ladder out here in right field. It looks like they're having a coaches meeting at home plate. 100% turf. That means ground balls are going to get through, right?
It is going to be a fast infield, and it also makes that bunt challenging because that ball tends to get to the fielder much quicker on turf when you try and bunt it. There must be 60, 70 kids out here tonight, Trey.
Yeah, it's a big time. Yeah, I appreciate that, We had the same. We had on that youth night, Jay Finnegan and Andy Northup, they did a good job pulling that off. And
they did a great job.
It was the whole game day crew. We mention this all the time. The game day crew is very impressive. And speaking of the game day crew, I want to go ahead and highlight some of the sponsors that are making it happen for us this year on Mustang Baseball Live. One of our sponsors is the C.J. Knipper Memorial Golf Tournament. That golf tournament will be held on October 13th, 2023 at Fossil Creek Golf Club. I know you wanted me to get a website going, but let's tell them the Facebook page where they can track everything.
You can find us on Facebook under the 4th annual C.J. Knipper Memorial Golf Tournament. To get registered, you can send me a message through there or feel free to call or text me at 214-213-9043. We still got about 6 months before the tournament, but it's not too early to register, not too early to sign up as a whole sponsor. I promise you it'll be the most fun you have on the golf course this year, and anyone who's been a part of the tournament would attest to that. So we'd love to have you come out and join us as a player, volunteer, whole sponsor, whatever works for you, we can accommodate you.
All right, we're going to actually bring in some announcements. I don't know if it's going to be worth it, though. No.
Trey, it's quite a scene with all these kids out here. I guessed 60 earlier. There had to be 100 kids. Each player in the Eagles starting lineup must have dragged 15 to 20 kids out to his position, and
It was funny, wasn't it?
all ages too, anywhere from probably 2.5 up to maybe 11, 12 years old. But most of them are about knee-high, tiny. Quite a good scene to see all these young kids out here at the ballpark. Sun's trying to peek out, Trey. It looked like it was going to be cloudy, and again, with the rain looked threatening, but keeps dodging us. My yard could use some rain, but I'm glad we're going to get this one in and hopefully stay dry.
Yeah, we've got a new scoreboard tonight, Jeff.
You've been working hard, Trey. I undersold you earlier in the year. We talked about that earlier. Trey's putting 4 hours on the front end into the broadcast. I made a mistake earlier in the year and cut him short by a couple hours.
Yeah, that's on a good day, Jeff.
So show Trey some appreciation and subscribe to Tradio.
Oh, there you
give
go.
Give us some likes.
Right.
Give us some comments.
You're actually giving me some love right there. You're the man. All right. Thank you.
He deserves it.
I was wondering how you're going to bring that around. All right. So this is Jace Christian up for us.
They do have a lefty on the mound tonight. The only lineup change I saw for the Mustangs, Ethan Jacobson is going to be in right field, batting 7th, I believe, tonight. Rest of the lineup's been pretty consistent.
Doesn't look like my integration's working here. Let's see. I am connected, so I'm going to have to figure out what we got going on here.
The Eagles starting pitcher is working quick. Runs a count 2-1 on another high fastball that missed. He's got pretty good velocity too, so the Mustangs are going to have to crank it up and be quick to the ball. It's a 2-2 after that swing and miss by Jace.
It is working. All right, we're good.
Don't act so surprised.
Man, I tell you what, I put a lot of effort into getting all this stuff. We have to go down to the scoreboard. Boy, that was he was going to learn where the top of the strike zone was right there, wasn't he?
Right, tough pitch to lay off of. But
but he did.
Good job doing it.
Yeah, and the umpire gave him the call, yep. Full count on the leadoff hitter.
Boy, Jace did get a piece of it.
He took it out of the mitt, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah. Look over and left. That guy's way back on the wall. They respect,
wind. There's a lot of wind blowing that way. Good eye, Jace.
Wow.
Gets as a base runner. He's done that a lot this year. We talked about it before. I'd like to know his on-base percentage. It's got to be somewhere around 50%. Didn't have much of a lead, but the starting pitcher's still going to show him his move.
Well, it looks like my icon for the layout of the runners on the diamond is not going to work again, which is unfortunate. But we do have a different camera view tonight, so we'll probably be able to see a lot of the action on the bases.
We'll try and keep the viewers updated with the action on the bases.
Yeah, sorry about that. But we are getting the count and the information from the score bot. A lot of respect for his pickoff move. Jeez, that was kind of a short lead, and he still threw over there.
He didn't have much of a lead. That's the second time he's thrown over, and that. Okay, they're not calling that high strike, or at least the high pitch. It's not a strike unless he calls it.
Yeah, 2 balls, no strikes, right? On game changer.
Yeah, that first pitch was down in the dirt. That's a strike.
Yeah, I think he's taken right there all the way, right?
Probably. It certainly, if you're bunting, I'm not sure why you would not bunt that pitch. It was a good pitch to bunt if you're trying to put one down.
This is a good pitch for a hit and run here. 2-1 in the top of the first. Yep, there goes Jace.
There we go.
Yep. Oh, but that's the problem. You know, that's the problem, but I mean, that's a risk you take, right? Is it brought the shortstop to the bag, took away a hit.
That's the only place you could hit that ball that you don't at least get to second.
It's a good call. You try to get something going here against this team on top of the first.
Well, and typically, with a right-handed hitter
See
up there, you would have your second baseman covering there.
See if I could put Civ Agger or whatever the announcer did. He threw his name off. Remember?
Oh, yeah. This is Sevi.
Sevi, yeah.
Our
Sevi Aguirre. I can't really drill the R's like shit.
I'm sure Jeremy Goldsberry will get that correct Friday night.
Hey, Mike, scoreboard's in the top third on the left. Okay. You know, this pitcher looks pretty good in the early going.
Yeah, he's got good velocity, works quick. I was saying earlier,
he's
Mustangs.
He's a tall kid, isn't he? Isn't he pretty tall? I mean,
he is. He looks like he's probably 6'1", 6'2".
Of course, you know, Jeff, there's a lot of folks in this world that look tall to me.
He might even be 6'3". He's a solid-looking left-hander.
Appreciate the folks from Argyle letting us come out here and do this broadcast today. Hopefully some of our viewers are
got hit by a pitch.
The Argyle folks. Now listen, that ball can bounce, it can do anything, and if it hits that batter, he gets the base. You know what I mean? So just like if it bounces and you swing at it.
You know, that's probably typically you wouldn't want to get hit in the foot, but it looked like that ball caught the ground and the shoe at the same time. That's maybe as soft of a foot blow as you'll get.
So the Mustangs have a runner on first here with 2 outs. Number 4 hitter, Ryan Williams, at the plate. Another guy that can do damage with the wind out to left field, right?
Oh, I'd love to see him get one up in that jet stream to left. He's shown the ability to do it for sure.
I have one thing that bothers me about these parks that have this new aluminum fence. I'm sure it lasts a long time, right? But the corrugate, the little raised parts, I wonder how many times that affects a baseball and you get a kick that you weren't expecting in the outfield. I think Ryan wishes he could do that one over again. He almost pulled the trigger on it.
He had a good cut at that first strike.
Ooh, that was a good move. Sevi was back, but still, I like that move where he just stepped his left foot up and threw over there.
I know I wouldn't want to run into this fence, Trey, because it's not going to give much.
Nope. Okay.
So far, the pitches he's missed with on the fastball have been up, and then he's missed with the curveball down once or twice. Definitely want to make him work below the numbers if you can. Good eye, Ryan.
You know, he's being real patient here. He's going to get a pitch to hit, I think. I mean, we'll actually see what some of these counts are really going to be interesting tonight. 3-2 count right here to the number 4 hole hitter, a guy that's got a tremendous amount of power to left field.
Yeah, Sevi will be moving on the pitch.
Yep.
They're not even holding him, so.
Yeah. Oof.
A little late on it, but Ron had a good swing right there with 2 strikes.
Yep. I guess you just got to be sure they don't run a timing play where that first baseman drops in behind.
Yeah, you don't want him to sneak in behind you.
Yeah.
Another good job by Ryan battling off the tough pitch. Like that pitch is away from him and did a good job staying back and fighting it off.
Oh, he ripped one there.
It's going to be a tough play.
Oh, look at that. In the dirt. Oh, first baseman made a good pick, didn't he?
He did.
Your former first baseman, that was good, wasn't it?
That was. I thought we had a chance to get there, but the shortstop got it over there in a hurry, and the First baseman picked it like a pro.
All right, folks, we're going to send you to some YouTube music. I'll probably push a commercial to you during the game. We'll be back shortly.
Okay, we got Wes Cunningham on the mound for the Mustangs. Wes has been nothing but excellent in district play and all season. We mentioned earlier, Wes has 5 wins in the district and 9 wins overall. Like that pitch missed a little bit down and away.
I think his strong point is his ability to change speeds on batters. What do you think, Jeff?
Okay, Brent's got that one, get
That's
the first
a great
out.
job. We talked about this several times this year. The ability to make the plays that you're supposed to make is one of the things that has been very, very refreshing for this Mustang team this year, right?
Yeah, the games I've seen, the Mustangs have made all the routine plays. But back to what you were talking about, Trey, I saw some video on Facebook the other day that Michael Williams had from behind the plate. And that curveball, you get a good look from behind the plate, what it looks like to the hitter.
Look at that.
And it was sharp. I mean,
Yeah.
now I see why so many swing and misses or looking strikes Wes is getting with that curveball, because that curveball's sharp. And that's, in my opinion, been his best pitch this season.
Yeah, certainly doing the job. I went back and looked at some highlights from Richland 2 years ago, and Goldsberry hit one off the wall. Grant Klein hit a home run. McCullough hit a grand slam. I don't know if Grant's was a grand slam, but I saw Goldsberry and Catalano win a game in the late innings a couple years ago. But the thing that I saw in that Richland game, guess who was on the hill pitching? It's a starting pitcher for the Mustangs.
He did pitch a good bit as a 10th grader.
Yeah, number 9.
And there was a fastball right there to, I believe, make the count 2-1.
That's going to be a tough play.
Looks like Sammy's on it. So
not
two
as
quick
tough
outs.
as I thought. Sammy had a beat all the way, didn't he?
It was hit hard, but fortunately right at Sammy.
Yeah.
So 2 quick outs for the Mustangs. So the Eagles, 2 of their first 3 hitters are left-handed hitters. Another foul ball down the third base line, but another ball that was barreled up pretty good. You would expect to see a lot more contact tonight than what we've been seeing. The Eagles, with their record, you have to believe they put a lot of balls in play, and sure they have good pitching, but I'm sure their hitters are up to the challenge also.
Yeah, it was a little late on that one.
Yeah.
It's just deceiving. I mean, Wes has his wipeout pitches, I call them, where if you are looking fastball and you get that changeup away, you cannot touch it. But then he throws a heartbreaking pitch, and, and there was a pitch right there. That guy didn't know what was coming. You can't rule anything out with him.
Yeah. No, you're right. He does change speeds very well. It's like another play to Brent, and the third out. So the Mustangs hold the Eagles scoreless, 0-0, headed to the top of the second.
Folks, I'd also like to mention another sponsor of Mustang Baseball Live, McKinley and Hutchins, CPAs. Those guys are probably working through the night tonight, although, what is today? Today's like the 18th or 19th? Yeah, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Taxes were due Monday.
Taxes were due Monday. So that maybe they're out taking a little bit of rest. But if you filed an extension, or if you're behind the 8 ball, or you have business questions, give Patrick McKinley a call over at McKinley and Hutchins today. Class act, great Mustang supporter. And his son, Conlon, played on that Mustang team 2 years ago, the last team to go to state playoffs at the Mustangs. And just salty earth guys that can do a great job and solve your problems. That's McKinley and Hutchins CPA, your CPAs in Colleyville. Give them a call, 817. See, now this is where my glasses are creating a problem for me, Jeff. I can't read the phone number.
That phone number is 817-310-0165.
All right. Moving right on.
Got Sammy Kelly leading off the top of the second here for the Mustangs. Well, Trey, I missed the game Friday night, but I know the Mustangs put up 9 runs. I know a couple of those runs were on a home run by Keller, but okay, right back to the pitcher there for the first out. Tell me who some of the other Mustangs Friday night that had nice games at the plate.
Sevier Geary. He drove in a bunch of runs. He had
that's right. He had the game-winning hit.
He had the game-winning hit. The double or triple. I think it was a triple. I can't remember.
Well,
but it was the big hit that put him ahead. Bases were loaded. The score was 8-6.
I should remember that.
He drilled it right down the line. And, I think he had 1 or 2 hits before that and had driven in a run. So
he was the player of the week.
He should have been the player of
Mustang baseball.
Sure. Yeah. So he was the name. But Keller continued his assault on the left field fences, which was, he hit it. And as soon as he hit it, it's another one of those where you kind of.
No doubter.
Well, the wind was so strong that I knew when he got it up, he was going to have a chance. I didn't call it as quickly as Ryan's, but I thought he
got that one off the nub.
Yep.
So 2 quick outs for the Mustangs at the plate. That's going to bring Ethan Jacobson to the plate. Ethan is getting the start in right field tonight. There is a left-handed pitcher on the mound for the Eagles, and Ethan is a right-handed batter. So we have seen that in a few prior district games when they have started a lefty. Coach Webster has gone with that right-handed platoon in right field.
So anyway, back to Friday night. Keller hit a 2-run jack, and then they had another run. They went up 3-0. Then Denton, the Broncos, scored 3 to tie it up. That's going to be a tough ball. Look at him get down the line.
Long way to go.
Oof. First baseman took it himself. We're going to break for some YouTube music. We'll be back, and we'll finish the story about Friday night. All right, Jeff, we're back live here for you. The sun's going to be an issue for right field here for a few moments, isn't it?
Got another left-hander at the plate for the Eagles, so I believe that's 3 of the first 4 hitters for the Eagles have been left-handers, and the number 5 hitter is also a lefty. So they've certainly loaded up on left-handers in that front half of the batting order.
So a couple things, folks. There is a fan appreciation, fan thanks button on these games now. And anything that you donate right there goes directly towards supporting our broadcasts, our equipment, and what we're able to do and bring to you. It just goes right back into the mix.
Nice curveball right there by West to get the strikeout.
Yeah, he's amazing. The other thing I would ask for your support on is subscribe if you haven't, and give us a few likes. But more importantly, share this game. Go and share that link with 3 or 4 of your friends, colleagues, buddies, and tell them to tune in for some great baseball, because so far that's what we're getting.
Yeah, it looks like a pitcher's night so far, Trey, but the bats could explode at any minute. This wind, again, is favorable on balls hit to left field, but the pitchers have done a good job keeping the ball on the ground so far. It's been one line drive hit to center field, but pretty much every other ball has been a ground ball.
You know, it's interesting how we have our outfield position versus Argyle, how they're playing that wall and left.
Good pitch.
Is it just me, or did wind just die down? You know,
it did die down slightly, but I see, yeah, Ethan is shaded towards left field pretty big, which.
And Ryan's in front of the wall significantly. You know, you remember in the first inning, maybe it was a player case by case basis.
Yeah, we're not near as deep. They're at number 5 in their lineup, so you would think this kid's got some pop. But yeah, our left fielder's definitely a good bit more shallow, probably 20, 25 feet in front of where the Argyle kid was playing.
Wow, he just got a call from that umpire. We like it.
So 2 quick strikeouts right here in the top of the second for Wes.
We should make sure that our batters understand where that strike zone is. That guy came early from work earlier tonight. During the JV game, he landed.
You think he commutes to and from work in that helicopter?
It could be a news station coming out here, and they got permission to land in that on that field.
Okay.
I don't know. But that's the same helicopter that landed earlier, I thought. Wes has been in control. Has anybody reached?
They have not had a base runner. They have sent 5 to the plate, and we have 5 outs.
Okay.
Another strikeout. Wes strikes out the side right
Wipe
there.
out Westinator, baby.
So the Mustangs shut down the Eagles in the bottom of the second. We're headed to the top of the third, scoreless.
All right, we'll be back shortly. Before we break, though, I just want to also recognize the GHS 10th Man Club, who's also one of our sponsors for Mustang Baseball Live this year. We appreciate them bringing back Mustang Baseball Live. We've been covering games for Grapevine Mustang Baseball since 2017. I had a couple years in there that we missed, but it's a great experience for us. We put a lot of effort into it to bring you a great product, and we appreciate Jay Finnegan, Jim Schwartz, Ray Boswell, everyone at the GHS 10th Man Club for making it possible.
Okay, we got Keaton Sweska leading off the top of the third here for the Mustangs and swings and fouls off the first pitch right there.
Keaton, another person's been doing solid work in the field for the Mustangs.
He has made a lot of nice plays. That's a ball up the middle for the first base hit. The Mustangs get the leadoff batter on.
Number 8, making it happen.
That brings Brent Lee to the plate for the Mustangs. Looks like the Eagles are expecting a bunt here. The third baseman's already well in front of the bag.
Yeah, once again, folks, the diamond runner tracking is not working tonight. Everything else seems to be on par. So if you'll just give us a buy on that one, I would appreciate it.
You know, when that third baseman's going to play that shallow,
you gotta like slash right
I'd like
there.
to try and
yeah, look how
feel
shallow
something.
he is, man.
That's just, they're cheating too much.
Does it count say 1-1 on there?
It is 1-1.
Yeah, on my board here.
I can't.
Yeah, the second one looks like it's missing.
Yeah, I can't tell. No, 1-2. 1-2.
Yeah, he just fouled a bunt back. So what do you do here? Do you keep him in the bunt scenario?
No, I think you got to swing
gotta
with
let
2
him
strikes.
Okay.
I haven't seen us try and bunt with 2 strikes. Well, I'll say that as he squares around.
I know that it's in the portfolio. I mean, I know it's in his toolkit to do it. Coach Webster's called it a few times last year and caught teams off guard. I mean, it's worked before as well.
Yeah, you just have to get it down. He got
There
that
he
one
did.
down.
He got it down. Wow, great job, Brent Lee.
Good job by
Clutch
Brent
bunt,
moving
sack
that
bunt, baby.
runner to second. So, yeah, don't believe anything I say about not bunting with 2 strikes.
I like the fact that he has enough confidence in number 4 to say, hey, do it.
So that brings Jace to the plate with a runner in scoring position, 1 out.
Be sure to drop us a like if you can.
Good eye right there on a breaking pitch in the dirt.
Once again, look where the Argyle left fielder is. He is playing on that fence, right? With this wind, I think they anticipate that, you know, same guy, though, was Jace, wasn't it, positioning?
Yeah, I think they played pretty deep on our first 4 or 5 hitters, which makes sense because several of those kids have homered. Well, the catcher's done a good job on those balls in the dirt, keeping it in front of him. We haven't been able to advance on those pitches. I believe that makes the count 2-0, so good hitters count for Jace. Be nice to see him really drive one right here.
You know, I noticed these guys are very aggressive at keeping the runners close. In the JV game, it's pretty clear that they don't want guys at second getting a big lead.
Well, good teams they don't want to give you free bases, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Two balls, no strikes. Guys got to be careful here, doesn't he? Jace got home run threat.
Oh, we got a break there.
Got a break. That ball's down on the ground.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, that third baseman looked at that base runner, and I think
too long. That threw him off.
It did.
He clutched, right? Double clutched, right?
He definitely took an extra step and just threw that ball in the dirt. So the Mustangs have runners at first and second with 1 out here, and that brings the game changer to the plate, right, Trey?
Game changer or Gianni Versace, one of the others, but I like game changer. 2 guys on. So, you know, I like what Keaton's doing because neither of the middle infielders are anywhere near him.
Yeah,
so,
you should be able to get as much as they're off the bag.
That's right. Second baseman is, deking him a little bit, but Oh, he ripped that one.
Oh, off the pitcher.
Off the pitcher.
Let's
Wow.
see.
I hope he's all right.
He made the play.
Oh, look at his. Is he holding his arm?
The ball was smoked right back at him.
Dang.
He kind of rolled that to first. Did you see that?
I did. I did. So, I think, where'd it get him?
I think it got him in the shoulder.
The dugout doesn't seem concerned.
It got him in the middle of his body for sure. So that's going to bring Sevy to the plate with runners at second and third and 2 outs. But, boy, that ball just a foot one way or another, Trey, and that's a run scoring single.
Well, here's a man that was hot last week, getting hot at the right time. You know, a guy as a 10th grader, he was leading the team in hitting for a few weeks.
It would be great to see him get a big 2-out hit right here and put the Mustangs on the board first.
He had a cut going for that wall over there, didn't he?
He did.
He got the pitch he was looking for. Did it look like off speed?
He swung through it, but he didn't. He was on it. Good job laying off. I believe that was an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah. So left fielder's back deep still, and the center fielder's back deeper than we're playing them. Right field is playing about the same as what we play.
Okay.
Yeah, he was inside out on that. That a line drive over here to the right fielder, at the right height, there's going to be problems with the sun, isn't it?
It should be, and he's also got a lot of the line over here to shoot at because the right fielder is shading a little bit towards center, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, he laid off that one.
He's closer than I am. he's got better discipline, I suppose.
He's got a better view than we do also. Yeah. So I believe that makes it a 2-2 count. So 2-2, runners at second and third with 2 outs. Okay, that runs a count full. Sevy's battled back here from an 0-2 count. Nothing else. He's making the pitcher work and throw some extra pitches. Good eye.
That's a good check.
That's going to load the bases for the Mustangs. That's going to bring Ryan Williams to the plate.
Oh, my gosh. I imagine that might be well, still a 0-0 game, right?
It is. In fact, we have the only hit in the game so far.
That's Keaton's up the middle?
Right.
Yeah.
Ryan got a fastball and fouled that one off. He had a good swing his first at bat on a fastball.
That one off the catcher. He's shaking his arm. We had an umpire get drilled twice in the last inning.
I heard you talking about how that's happened to you before.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, everything's been going. But this catcher just took one off the arm. He's shaking it off. He's pretty tough, it looks like. He's back behind the plate.
Okay, another ball in the dirt. The catcher blocked. Well, it'd be nice to get a pass ball here. Looks like a good bit of room behind the plate. So
I prefer a fastball inner half at the waist.
Well, I'll take 2 runs instead of 1, but I'll take 1 if that's all we can get.
Look at that, up the middle. It is,
there
up
we
the
go.
middle.
That should be 2.
Attaboy.
Mustangs out on an early 2-0 lead.
And to borrow a saying from Jay Finnegan, Mustangs on the board.
Big hit right there by Ryan. So that's going to bring Sammy to the plate. We still got runners at second and third with 2 outs.
It says that Sammy bats both, but I know he does. He has done some switch hitting. I think he's kind of settled into his left-hand side, right?
Well, if you're going to hit from the right side, you do it against a left-handed
Yeah,
pitcher.
exactly.
So it looks like he's stuck with the left side.
Yeah. Been good for him, I suppose.
Yeah, he just actually.
He drilled one down that line, didn't he?
Yeah, just foul.
I can't see much right now, Jeff.
I'd love to see him hit one right at us, Trey.
Yeah. This would be one time where I would okay a ding on the Tradio truck. Be more than a ding.
Way out in front of that off-speed pitch, so it's 0-2 count right here.
I hope the filters have kind of checked up the wind a little bit. I put some filters, and I hope they didn't mess with our voice too badly.
Good eye right there by Sammy. Pitch was outside.
So if anybody's watching tonight and you know how to get in touch with me, shoot me a text and let me know if the audio is coming through clean. Just want to make sure that we've got all the settings right. What does it count here?
2-2 count on Sammy.
Dangerous pitch for that pitcher against Sammy.
Oh. Excuse me, swing there that he fouled off. So Sammy's up to the 6th pitch of the at-bat. He's had a lot of high pitch count at-bats this season. And this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat.
Big shout out to Jeff for texting me back. Another Jeff, not our broadcast
Okay,
partner.
we got another walk right here to load the bases again.
Shout out to Jeff Polk for letting me know our audio sounds great. So
awesome.
It's good. So we want to hear. Well, Mustangs have loaded the bases again. And who's on deck? Who's coming back?
Keller is coming to the plate, and the Eagles are going to have a conference on the mound.
I got feedback from like 4 people. I appreciate every one of them saying the audio's good.
Awesome.
Let me know if you can still hear enough crowd to make it worthwhile. We turned down the crowd a bit, and I put on some filters, noise gate, to try and do what I could with the wind, which was really whipping around here.
There is a good crowd out here in Argyle tonight. They have packed the bleachers, especially on the home side. Be great to see Keller clear the bases right here.
Oh, this is Keller, man. He's a clutch.
He was thinking the same thing on that first pitch.
I tell you what, I like the way he attacked that pitch.
He's an aggressive hitter.
You know, in all my baseball years, and you know, not anything as much as you for sure, but this goes as a hitter and an umpire and an opposing coach. You are going to get a very good pitch to hit after a trip to the mound where the guy has talked to the pitcher. Is that seems to be the high probability every time.
And he just walked the last hitter, so he's thinking, I've got to throw a strike here. But Keller's in a quick 0-2 hole here. That pitch misses up, so that makes the count 1-2. Again, the Mustangs have 2 outs, but they have the bases loaded, sitting on a 2-0 lead right now. Looks like the catcher and the pitcher are struggling with their sign connection.
What is it, 1-2?
It is.
I like the way he hung.
He's been a good 2-strike hitter. A couple of those really clutch hits he had, Trey, you remember, were 2-strike counts.
He changes his approach. If you look closely, he gets low CG spreads out, has a lot of power in his lower half.
He does. He
And
looks like he's about 4 foot tall right
yeah,
now.
and he usually and he drives right through the ball. So
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me. I don't even think he strides on the 2-out approach that he takes.
Good eye right there.
See there? You see how he did it that
He did.
time? He's all about quick hands and hip rotation, and that's how he can get the bat on the ball.
Yeah, he certainly has a different approach, and I think some of the coaches actually teach that approach. And they are backed up deep for Keller, so I have a feeling they've heard about Keller's home runs also, Trey.
Oh, yeah.
Another foul ball.
It's tough not to when you see the highlights from our games and the clips that we put out there, you know, for these guys. This Mustang team has been so exciting to watch. We're glad that you're here with us tonight. Make sure you share this game. We got about 79, 80 people watching it right now, concurrent viewers.
Hold him on a curveball.
Yep.
He made him throw 7 pitches, though, but the Mustangs scratched
Let's
for
see
2
if we
runs.
can crank up to 100 viewers. Make sure you share it with your folks. We'll be right back. I'm going to push a YouTube commercial to you. Thanks. Okay, we're back.
Okay, the Mustangs have put Wes on a two-run lead here in the 3rd inning, and Wes has done a great job holding leads this year. Gets ahead of that first batter with the first pitch strike. I think we got about another 5, maybe 10 minutes for that sun, Trey.
Yeah, and I'm really happy that I wore the jacket. I mean, there was a point in where I was going to wear a T-shirt and hang out here, but I like sporting the Tradio color. I got to get you a Tradio jacket. You qualify now, and it's going to be cooler than we anticipated, I think, this evening.
Yeah, I thought about shorts and short sleeves. I'm glad I rethought that.
Wipeout West is doing the deal for us. Well, he got a barrel on that one, but in foul ground, thank goodness.
Eagles have yet to put a base runner on. This is the number 7 hitter, and that may be the first hit. Yep, that one's going to sneak down the line. Looks like he's going to stop at first.
I don't know about.
I jinxed him. I said they didn't have a hit yet. About that time, he singles down the right field line. I believe that's going to bring the catcher to the plate right here.
Yeah, so I wonder how Argyle will play this. I think they'll play to tie it up. I mean, if you're the home team, that's the objective, right? You got to play to match because you're going to get that last at bat anyway.
The way that wind's blowing tonight, if you got a kid at the plate with any power, I would down 2 runs. It seems like you'd let him swing.
Wow, and he brings him first pitch, brings that off speed, man.
Yeah, he wasn't looking for that.
The Wessonator. No, he wasn't looking for that at all. He was sitting on fastball dead red, wasn't he? Looks like he lowered his hands a little bit. I think he's going to square here.
Base runner's got a decent lead, but he's not going anywhere. Gianni's done a good job throwing out runners behind the plate. It seems like not as many people are trying to run on him lately. But he is out on the 1 foot on the turf.
Oh, yeah, he got him picked.
He was leaning.
Oh, he got him picked.
Here we go.
You saw him. He leaned, and Wes hadn't gone to the plate. He picked him up out of the corner of his eye and then threw over.
He got an extra half step, too. That was – didn't even try and get in a run down there. He just kind of gave himself up.
Yep.
So
– well, the Mustangs pick up a lucky break right there, right?
Yeah.
The crowd in the stands is shoulder to shoulder, right?
It is definitely a packed house on the home side.
What do we have over here? Is that I don't know exactly what we got. Those are not Mustangs fans, are they?
I think that's the student section.
Oh, for Argyle.
With a mix of junior students.
Okay, I got it. That's well thought out.
Closer to hell the visiting team.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he turned on that. Right at Ryan. The ball was well hit there. So 2 quick outs for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I lost it. And that's another thing that we haven't mentioned. Yeah, Wes has given up some hits, but nobody has. I don't recall anybody going yard on him or anybody, drilling one off the wall. The contact that has occurred has not been pristine. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? It's not been, except for that one. Except for that one.
Sammy lays out but doesn't get there. That's going to be at least a double.
You see that kick? It kicked aside. It did exactly what I was talking about.
Okay, the ridge in the wall can shoot it either way.
Yeah. It kicked back toward Ryan.
Okay.
It was a good effort by Sammy. I hope we got that on camera. Need to probably get our instant replay working at some point.
He laid out there, and with 2 outs, that's not a bad time to take a chance and try and get that out. He had Ryan coming over to back him up and did a good job holding that runner to a double. That brings the Eagles back to the top of their lineup. 2 outs, runner at second base. That's going to get out of play, I believe. So, yeah, all of a sudden the Eagles have barreled up a couple balls here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Look like there's some activity down here in the Eagles bullpen. Another foul ball.
It looked like he had him off stride again as well, right? I don't know.
He's definitely late on it.
So Ryan is back. You notice they moved him back against the wall now.
Well, the way that wind's blowing, I think you've got to play deep.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Trust the home team's judgment on the
I agree.
position in left. Okay, good pitch right there. And Sevy's going to pick up the out himself. So the Mustangs hold them scoreless. The Eagles hit a couple balls hard, but West keeps them off the board. The Mustangs cling to that 2-0 lead coming back to the plate in the top of the 4th.
he would show me. Did you know that?
So we got Ethan Jacobson leading off for the Mustangs right here in the top of the 4th inning, actually. Quick 2 strikes on Ethan. The Eagles have stuck with their left-handed starting pitcher, but they do have a right-hander down here in the bullpen that seems to be cranking it up fairly quickly. Yeah.
Tough one.
Okay, 1 out for the Mustangs. That's going to bring Keaton Sweska to the plate. Keaton started the inning with a leadoff single in the 3rd inning that got that rally going for the Mustangs.
Yeah, are we in the 5th already?
No, we're in the top of the 4th.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Keaton's been solid defensively and offensively all year. He's made some good contributions.
Yeah, the Mustangs sent 8 hitters to the plate in the last inning. Remember, they left the bases loaded to finish.
Right.
Plated 2. Gonna try a bunt.
Look at that. He is super fast, too.
Pitcher did a good job getting off the mound and playing that ball. That's actually a tough play for a lefty, but he made it look fairly easy. So that's going to bring Brent Lee to the plate with 2 outs.
Brent had clutch bunt in that inning, moving Keaton to second base.
Right, the 2-strike bunt.
Yeah, and then I guess the next guy walked, and a lot of things. Come on, hustle down, get it. All right, so we're going to roll on to the bottom of the 4th. Mustangs hanging on to a 2-0 lead up here at Argyle. Let's put those standings back on. Let's go through those one more time. I'm going to turn down the ambient here, and Jeff and I are going to talk through some of the graphics we had for the pregame show. Probably the one that everybody wants to see is how important this game is and this entire series to the playoff picture.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, Trey. I mean, if the Mustangs will just split this week with Argyle and take care of business next week, then I believe that would secure the top seed in the playoffs. I'm not sure of that would give Argyle 2 losses if we can just split with them this week. I hate to concede a loss, but
let's not do that. I'll tell you what, I'm the one who introduced that line of thinking, and I'll retract it because our guys have played great baseball all year, and we're going toe-to-toe with a fantastic program. And, I mean, I was going through comparing some of the accolades. In 2016, we got a state championship. In 2017, we were in the state finals, 5A. And then you got some state championships on the wall out there for Argyle, which is great. But we got 2 legacies playing against each other.
Right. The Mustangs definitely have an impressive resume, just like Argyle does. So they're not going to take a backseat to anyone when it comes to a baseball history at the program. That state championship and then a state finalist appearance, that's very impressive. Nice play by Jay right here.
Gosh, I wish I had the replay going. I might try to rig it up. Hang on.
Great play right there. Jace lays out and comes up and makes a nice throw to first base to get that first out. You know, Trey, after that unbelievable win the Mustangs pulled off Friday night, it might just be their season to go undefeated, because you come back from a 5-run deficit in the 6th inning, and then you bounce back from a 3-run deficit in the 7th inning, and maybe it's destiny to go undefeated. You got to take them one game at a time, but you certainly have to feel good after an unlikely win like that.
Yeah, I agree.
foul ball right there almost did some damage in the Mustangs dugout. We talked about the wind laying down earlier. I think it's picked back up. You can hear the flags rippling pretty good just a little ways down from us. Trey, they've got a flag that says the 24. Do you know what that means? I'm not sure what that flag means.
Yeah, I was trying to figure. Oh, he drilled
That's well
that.
hit, and that's
Yeah,
going to get in the gap.
Oh,
Sammy's
Sammy
got
cut
it.
it off. Great job.
Makes a nice throw back in to hold that runner to a single.
All right, so let's see if this replay actually worked. Sure did. Wow, he drilled that. And Sammy got over there to cut it off.
So that puts a runner at first base with 1 out. Mentioned earlier, their front half of their lineup is left-handed heavy. I believe 5 of their first 6 hitters are left-handed batters. Coach Webster's going to come out and have a conference with Wes.
We have replay.
Awesome.
Yep. You just got to tell me within 10 seconds if you want to get a replay of something.
Okay. So the Eagles have 2 hits so far. They have hit a few balls hard. Our outfielders have played a couple line drives, but just 2 hits so far for the Eagles.
I don't see anybody throw. I don't know where the pin is. Well, I do see. That's just a youth baseball player down there. I'm going to turn down the ambient here because we got some songs playing. Here we go. Let's go back to fan sounds.
Yeah, I think Wes's pitch count is still pretty modest here in the 4th inning. He's had some pretty quick innings.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect for him to be over the top on anything. He's still getting first pitch strikes, and he's throwing whatever pitch he wants.
Yeah, got ahead of that hitter right there with a first pitch strike.
Sometimes it feels like to me that you have a pitcher that has lost command on a pitch. 1 or 2 pitches, and the only thing he can throw for a strike is the slider or a fastball, and then all of a sudden people are sitting in there and they know what's coming because they can eliminate the others, right?
Yeah, Wes hasn't walked a hitter yet tonight, and he's done a good
next
job.
To lead at first base. Look at that. Yep.
He's going. Nice throw. Oh. Okay, that would have been a close play. Looked like Keaton made the tag a little quick, and that ball popped off the top of his glove.
I'm showing the replay here, Jeff. He got a good jump.
He got a good jump, but we had a shot at him.
The ball's there. Yep, it was a good throw.
So the Eagles got a runner in scoring position right here with 1 out. This is that spot where, as an infielder, you definitely want to keep that ball in the infield, make them get another base hit to score that run. Threw that one by him.
And he's got up and tagged him out. And is that the second out?
That is 2 outs right there. Yeah, Jace made that nice play to get the first out, and that makes the second out.
Tell you what, the guy at second base, you go back and look at that replay, he had awesome first step. His first step got him that base.
Well, and you said he had a big lead, so.
What do we got? Did we have a balk?
I guess so.
No, but yep, they called a balk on West. Now, Coach Webster wants an explanation, which I understand. I didn't see anything. I turned to look at you.
I was not paying that close attention either, but
step off the mound and make sure you understand what you did, man. All that I can guess is he may have gone. The guy may have thought he went to his mouth or something.
We'd have to look at a replay. We'll
Yeah, I guess that would have been time.
let's just
for
strand that runner and make it not matter. There is 2 outs, so the focus right here is definitely on the hitter.
Yeah, big shout out to all you fans out there of Argyle youth football. You've been watching Tradio football videos on Saturdays for several years, thanks to the late Dr. John Gomez and Billy Reed, and we appreciate those guys, and we're glad to have you on the broadcast tonight. Once again, this is Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio.
Okay, West gets way ahead quick. 0-2 count right there. West has done a great job stranding runners this year.
Had to turn the crowd noise down a little bit. Hopefully, because the wind picked up out here. Oof. I don't recall him hitting too many guys this year.
No, he hasn't. I can't think of that happening much either. I think that was just a curveball that he maybe.
Hey, remind me to put a cherry picker in the Tradio budget for next year. So we don't have to I'm standing on a step ladder out here in right field. You're standing flat-footed in my truck, you know?
I think you got me by an inch, Trey. Okay, got a 1-2 count here. 2 outs.
Okay, that's a hard hit ball, and
that's
going
to
to score the run. Yep. Good job by that hitter. That was number 2 for Argyle. I don't have a copy of their roster.
I don't either, and that was a base hit. Yeah, you're not going to make that play right there, but at least we made him get a hit to earn that run. So it's a 2-1 ball game. Still 2 outs. Runner at first base for the Eagles. And again, the base runner has a decent lead out there. Might want to.
You know, he has got he is centering up his body on the cut between the dirt, graphic, and the green. That guy's got a big lead. I would expect him to try to run.
It's a good spot to steal a base if you can.
Oh, he shortened it up right there. He came back. He came back quite a bit. He's waiting on West to come set. He's still not as far as he was. I think that was a setup move right there by the Westinator.
Let's see if he tries to inch back out there farther.
He is. He's another 4 inches out.
He's kind of leaning to second base. So I like the fact West is keeping him in check.
It's time to throw over there with the big move. Look at him. See, he's got
another foot.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, he almost looked like he was going the wrong way, but
he did.
This is one view that I think we excel at, the first base lead.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look how far he. Oh, another. That's further than he's been.
Here. Nope.
No, I think he's just measuring it, I guess. Hey, this is exactly what we expected when we said this was going to be an epic game. 2-1, a little bit of drama here.
I believe that's 2 strikes on the hitter. So
I've got one. The board says 1-1, I think.
Okay.
I just got to believe he's setting him up for like something here. Wes is a crafty senior. Wow, look at that lead, Jeff. That's as far as he.
This is a spot where if you think he might be running, maybe make him sit a little bit longer. You don't have a pitch count, like you do in the major leagues. You
don't have a clock.
And sometimes they might break early. So
we had one, didn't we?
They did have one that broke early. So if you change up your time to the plate, even though you you know, we always talk about working quick. That's a spot where you might want to make him wait a little longer.
Yeah, see, that was his move right there, wasn't it? That was a little closer.
That was a better move. So we've got a ball game within a ball game here.
Yeah. Well, and this guy at first is doing what his coach wants him to do, which is draw the attention.
He's got Wes thinking about him. Well, that's 2 strikes.
No, yeah, 2-2 here. So it's we've talked about this before as well. Games within the game and communication within the communication signaling going on. This is a romantic game, man. There's a bunch of moving parts. This is the romance of baseball, is that if you pay close enough attention, there's stuff happening everywhere.
He's farther out there again.
He is. He's actually past his center point.
Not going. Hitter's doing a good job
and
battling.
The only way that we would see that, I'm sure the Mustangs dugout doesn't see that, right? The only way we're seeing is we're kind of lined up out here in the outfield.
We got the right field view. Don't ask us how far off they are at second, but we can tell you how far they're off at first.
That's right. Third is a massive guess. I mean, Ethan is over here. Hopefully this guy doesn't pull one.
We have been really shading towards left most of the night.
Wind has died down.
There you go.
He just got him.
Finishes him off with a strikeout.
Wes wiped him out. Yes.
The Wessinator.
The Wessinator.
So the Mustangs hold on to a 2-1 lead headed to the top of the 5th. We got Jace Christian leading off the top of the 5th right here for the Mustangs. Swings through that first pitch.
Wow, I'm going to have to turn this down a little bit over here. My monitor's blowing pretty hard out here now.
We've got a good probably 20 to 25 mile per hour wind gust.
Oh, there's a hard hit ball by Jace. Backhand to the shortstop. A nice play in the hole by the shortstop.
He did make a nice play to get Jace right there by a step. Thought that ball might squeeze through the hole, but shortstop played it and made it look fairly routine. Brings Gianni to the plate with 1 out.
Did Game Changer have a base hit? No, he hit one hard up the middle on a hit and run. Remember, we talked about how he hit it right at the shortstop. Shortstop was breaking, maybe the only place that it gotten him out.
Right, right.
That was in top of the first, right?
That was.
So this must be his 3rd time up. I don't know. I don't have Game Changer open, so I don't know what he did.
This is his 3rd at bat. I'm trying to remember who hit the ball off the pitcher. Remember?
All right, I think he's saying something to him about quick pitching, isn't he?
Maybe. He has been working really quick, but you know, there was a ball hit off their starting pitcher, who again they've stuck with the left-hander. They had some action down here in the bullpen, but that seems to have settled down.
Oh, there's a rip right there. That's
That's a
going to be
base
down
hit.
for a hit, man. Gianni, he's going to hustle and make him throw it in. The freshman strikes like lightning again, number 12. And here comes Mr. Aiden Armato to run for him, number 4. I didn't get the replay on the hit. I should have.
So that's going to bring Sevi to the plate with a runner at first base and 1 out. Their PA announcer has corrected the pronunciation.
Somebody got there and told him. You got to appreciate it, though. I mean.
Well, last year I heard him called Steve, and this year it was Steve, but now we're at Sevi.
Steve. They just thought it was spelled wrong, right?
Right.
They just left the T out.
Right.
Steve Aguirre. That is Aiden at first, right?
That is
now
Aiden.
Look at his lead compared to.
Yeah,
of course, it's a lefty versus righty, so I totally get it. But that just shows you how far that kid was off.
Yeah, he.
And he was tall, so
Aiden's a good, probably 3 feet short of where the Eagles base runner was. He's going though.
How about that? He got it too.
Yep.
Wow. Nice. 14's in scoring position.
So we mentioned Sevi had a big night Friday night, and be a great time for another big hit right here to score a run. Yeah, they're going to have a conference right here. The pitcher didn't look like he was too sure about that pitch. He looked like he was expecting a fastball and got a curveball. So
you mean the catcher? Oh,
yeah,
so they changed the signals with the guy on second base, right?
Correct. Yeah, they were definitely crossed up there. That's why the catcher went out and said, "Hey, let's get on the same page."
Where are my glasses? Doggone it.
Foul ball right there by Sevi.
Yeah, once again, Aiden Armato trying to get in the head of the pitcher out there. Sevi battled with his hands there.
Yeah, it looked like an off-speed pitch that Sevi was out in front of, but was able to fight off. Probably got to look fastball here. I would expect him to come back with something hard. Back.
Good. He heard you.
Yeah. Having flashbacks to my first base coaching days. He got that fastball and fouled it off. It's one of the bigger crowds we've seen this year, Trey, but it's not exactly a loud crowd. There just hadn't been a whole lot to scream about.
Well, I mean, listen, we got a 2-1 ball game. We got a pitchers locked into a duel. I've heard them get excited on strikeouts, but I mean, really, the Mustangs jumped out to the lead and they threatened to add to it. So
that is a good way to keep the home crowd quiet. Jump out on an early lead, which the Mustangs have done.
Crowd was really loud when the Broncos got ahead last Friday night.
Okay, that's swung through that for the second out.
This lefty's done a good job. I mean, save for a few pitches, right? I mean.
Well, that's bring Ryan to the plate, and Ryan has the 2 RBIs tonight. The score of the Mustangs only 2 runs. So we'll see if Ryan can get another big 2-out hit right here.
Yeah, once
Get out
again.
of here. Okay. That one fell in play, but the first baseman didn't make the play. So Ryan's going to get another chance right here.
Yep. So if you're just joining us, you can see by the scoreboard, we're in a tight one up here at Argyle. Two of the top teams in the state going head-to-head. Grapevine right now has 10-0 district record. Argyle 9-1. Both teams have qualified. They're going to be in the top 4 no matter what happens over the next 2 weeks. But of course, each is battling to get that top seeding position.
That's the third first pitch fastball Ryan's got, and he's that may get through.
Oh no, great play.
Okay.
That's not really how you wanted it to end, but that happens.
Yeah, nice play by the third baseman there. Ideally, you would make him have to throw that to first base, but we were breaking on, obviously, on the ball on the ground right there. So the Mustangs hold on to a 2-1 lead headed to the bottom of the 5th inning.
You're hot.
Okay, Wes is still sitting on a lead, but a little slimmer than last inning. That first ball is right to Jace, who makes throw was a little bit low and got under Sevy's glove. So the Eagles are going to put the leadoff hitter on base.
I like the fact that Ethan was hustling over there. Ethan was where he was supposed to be on that play. You know, if the ball gets by Sevy.
Yeah, good point.
He was coming a long distance.
This is going to bring the Eagles catcher to the plate. He hit a line drive to left field his first time up.
He was in the same situation last time. I mean, I'm playing for 1 run right here, really.
Yeah, it's a different ball game. Earlier when he came to the plate, they did have a runner on, but there was a 2-run ball game.
I think Jace has got to be thinking bunt right here, you know. Nope.
This hitter's pretty compact, but he looks like he probably has a little bit of power. Coach may be hoping he can run into one.
The wind has picked up a little bit, too. Yep.
There we go. There's that strike up around the numbers.
Be sure to share the game with your friends. This was a tight one. We need to get everybody watching that's not here.
He is bunting here.
Yep. You know, that's what I'd be doing. Now, I'm not getting paid to coach anywhere, but in that particular situation. Once again, sorry about the diamond runner reports not working. There's a runner on first base. The Eagles have the leadoff man at first with nobody out.
Might have to make the play at first base.
No, that was kind of incidental.
Yeah, I'm not sure what their student section got so excited about, but Sevy, I believe Sevy held the bag on the throw, so the tag was irrelevant. But that does put a runner in scoring position for the Eagles. That moves that runner to second base. This is going to be the number 9 hitter for the Eagles. There's one out. It does look like there's a little bit of activity down in the Mustang pen. Good pitch right there.
Good pitch. Yeah, who is that? That looks like, is that the Joker over there, or is that Dason? Tough to tell. Could be Dalton Snyder, actually.
It's probably JoJo. Doesn't look quite tall enough to be Dason. So one out, runner at second base for the Eagles.
Well, they got 2 guys down there getting loose. Somebody's laying on the ground, stretching.
I see that. I assume that was the catcher, but you could be right.
Now imagine this is one of those games where True Finnegan probably stayed back to do bullpen catching, at the varsity.
We hit that hard. Nice play by Jace. Wow. 2 great plays tonight by Jace. Another ball he lays out for.
We may have gotten that one. I turned around and got it quick.
I got to see that one. What a play. He was fully extended and went up and got that one.
Boom.
Wow.
Boom.
Nice job by our cameraman, Mike.
You did a great job, Mike.
2 outs for the Mustangs. Runner at second base. West gets ahead with the first pitch strike.
I got in replay lockdown here.
It's that good that we want to show it to you numerous times.
Yeah, no, that's not.
That's not intended?
No.
Okay, West got ahead of that first batter right there.
Man, that was a sweet play by Jace Christian.
It really was.
Yeah.
So 2 quick strikes here for West. So.
And a great job by the cameraman. Hey, Mike, really good job on that line drive.
0-2 count right here. Make sure you don't give him anything too good.
This is a changeup, low and outside.
This is their leadoff hitter. I believe they're back to the top of the lineup. Oh, he jammed him right there. That should be an out.
Safe. Ooh.
He got him. He got him. The home crowd didn't necessarily like it, but it doesn't matter. The umpire called him out. So that puts the Mustangs holding on to a 2-1 lead headed to the top of the 6th inning.
We'll leave you with a replay on the way out. you're on.
Okay, we got Sammy Kelly leading off the top of the 6th innings for the Mustangs. Be nice to pick up an insurance run or 3 right here. Mustangs still clinging to a 2-1 lead. Sammy was looking fastball, got it, and swung through it. And the Eagles have made a pitching change. That's the right-hander that we saw warming up in the bullpen earlier. He's a big kid. Looks like he's got a pretty good fastball.
Yeah, he's got a little authority on what he throws, but you know, I kind of imagine this is just the par for the course, and it's the way they manage their starters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a tight game, but that pitcher, they're just, I mean, it's the way they manage their game. It's game management for them, right?
He probably threw 90 pitches because we had several deep at bats, some 7, 8 pitch at bats. So 5 innings, I'm guessing he threw 90 pitches. So you get the first out on a strikeout right there. That brings Keller Schamberger to the plate.
About time for the Schamberger to break out on one here.
Yeah, we haven't said this much lately, but I believe Keller's hitless so far tonight. Keller's had 1 or 2 hits in each of the last couple games. Ooh. I'd be surprised if he doesn't make something happen here in the last few innings.
Well, we got to give a big shout out to the Grapevine Mustangs women's or Lady Mustangs soccer team who won the state championship for 5A on Saturday. Teresa McCullough off that team got the MVP of the state playoffs.
You know, that game was even on my son's radar at College Station. They're following the high school soccer team down in College Station. But, yeah, quite an accomplishment for the ladies soccer team. Grapevine has a great all-around sports program. The cross-country teams won state championships. We talked about the baseball teams won a state championship. Across the board, it's just quality athletics and academics.
Coach McBride has done a great job. I've shaken his hand a couple times, but he probably couldn't pick me out of a lineup. But done a great job coaching.
Okay, they get another strikeout there. This pitcher's come in and made it look tough.
And finally, you know, they brought it home.
We got a pinch hitter right here. This is Michael Northup hitting for.
Well, I guess being called Northrop is better than being called Steve. If your name is Sevy.
Well, I've got to sympathize a bit because I have mispronounced Michael's name myself last year as the PA guy.
Well, that's all right. It's one of those where
it happens.
Yeah, right. No, I get it. I did a double take as well. But I actually went up to Andy and asked him one day because I heard some people saying one way and people saying another. And
there's not an R.
There's not an R.
Yeah.
Well, there's one R.
Well,
but there's not the second R.
Not on the back end.
That's right.
So, yeah, Michael's pinch hitting right here for Ethan Jacobson.
Once again, if you're joining us late, this is Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio. We've got 4th-ranked Argyle Eagles hosting the 12th-ranked Grapevine Mustangs in live District 75A baseball action from the Eagles' Nest up here in Argyle.
I believe that makes it a 2-2 count.
I think my board says 2-1, Jeff,
okay.
But I'm not. I don't have my glasses. If anybody found my glasses, I don't know where they are. That might be tough. Michael gets down the line. Oof.
Their infield has made some nice plays, so the Mustangs are still sitting on a 2-1 lead, headed to the bottom of the 6th inning.
All right, we'll go to the break with that replay of that last defensive play.
We got Wes still on.
Okay, go now.
We've got Wes still on the hill for the Mustangs. 2-1 ball game. I believe this is the number 2 hitter right here for the Eagles. This is the 3rd time through their lineup. I believe they have 2, maybe 3 hits, and Wes has stranded all but one of those runners, and that's well hit.
Look at that. I got a guy.
Ryan makes a nice running catch.
His name is Rhino Williams. I got a guy.
It's a good thing we were shading the line right there because that ball was right on the line.
Yeah, and it was deep.
It was well
we
hit.
We learned where he was playing in the early part of the game in the first 2 innings. He wouldn't have gotten that ball.
Right. I think we definitely made a defensive positioning adjustment, and it paid off. So 1 out right here for the Mustangs.
Looks like Northup is going to settle into right field for the Mustangs. That's another
ball. That's off the
wow,
wall.
that's going to be over his head.
Yeah. Going to one-hop the center field wall, and hopefully we hold him to a double. So Argyle's come out swinging the bats here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Early in the count, they're attacking early.
Yeah, they've looked first pitch fastball and drove a couple balls here.
Yeah, I guess I should have shown a replay of that. Sorry about that, Argyle fans. My bad.
It's a good thing they didn't elevate that ball. It was well hit.
It was torched. Well, I don't see anybody throwing yet down in the bullpen, so he's going to ride with Wes here. Looks like Coach Webster's staying with Wes.
Yeah, I don't think we have anyone in the bullpen ready to go yet, but we do see some activity down there. And Wes has pitched well. I believe his pitch count is still at a manageable level. I would expect we'll try and at least get Wes through the 6th inning here unless the inning gets extended. Umpire's going to come break up the party right here. Trey, what do you say there when you come out and break that party up?
Ask him one question, Coach. Are you going to make a change? And that's an indicator. They know that.
That's a hint, meaning
that's a hint.
Go to the dugout or
yeah,
get someone from the bullpen in.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
That's how I've always done it. Now I don't know if that's how everybody does it, but I mean, what else are you going to say that's not overbearing?
Well, they tried a little drag bunt there. It's another one of the left-handed hitters for the Eagles. They are 5 of their first 6 hitters are left-handers.
Got a lot of people watching now, Jeff, so we're cranking up. Some people are sharing with their friends. We might reach the goal.
That's awesome, and they're getting to see a good game with 2 good baseball teams.
We knew it would be epic. 2 strikes, man.
Boy, West just jammed that fastball in on the inside corner
I don't
right
think the
there.
guy expected it in that 0-1 count. I think he was looking breaking pitch, right?
Yeah. So we got an 0-2 count right here. 1 out, runner at second base for the Eagles. Oh, got the strikeout.
Did he just strike him out? Did
Boy,
he wipe him out?
Did you see the Mustang?
Yes.
The Mustang crowd come alive right there.
Wipe out West, man.
Brought the Mustang crowd to their feet. So 2 outs right here.
West is not 9-0 for nothing, right?
Again, he's done a great job stranding runners.
We're not out of the mix, though.
No,
I mean,
we're
we
not
got
out of the
tying runs on second base for Argyle, and he's not in our frame. So I'm sorry about the graphics issue, but the tying run is on second base for Argyle, and what is this? The top of the 7th?
No, this is the bottom of the 6th inning, and again, the
excuse
Eagles
me,
are in the heart of their
bottom,
lineup. That's a 1-1 count. This is that spot again, whereas
you don't want anything going over your head for sure.
Right, but as an infielder, you've got to keep that ball in the infield and make them get another hit to drive that run in.
I mean, as an outfielder, you want to be charging the ball and throwing it to home through the cutoff man, so you don't let this guy at home plate get to second base if he does get a hit. You don't want it to be going over your head.
It's a lot of don'ts. A lot of don'ts.
Well, what I'm trying to say is I think you're playing even deeper here on this.
Yeah. We have a 1-run lead, so you would like to keep that hitter off second base in the event of a hit, but take care of business at the plate.
Wipe out. You can do it right here, Big Daddy.
There we go.
He did, man.
Threw that fastball by him.
He just bows up.
He's shown the ability to really bear down when they get some runners on base.
Wipe out Westinator on the hill. What do we got, 2-2?
It's a 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner at second base.
I sure hope this ladder holds me for the rest of the game.
It looks heavy duty.
Let's just say it
is creaking
a
little.
It is creaking. I'm worried about that part.
Oh, we didn't get the call. It might have been a little bit outside right there, but the hitter.
Yeah, I think Gianni, he's going to have to learn to stay back and catch that ball deeper in the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the hitter thought about it. I'm going to say it was outside, but again, it's hard to tell from out here.
That's one of those where you got to let the umpire see it, right? Oof.
Okay, we didn't get the call, so that's going to put that runner on. First and second, and we do have a Mustang in the bullpen without a warm-up on, so he's got a little more urgency about it, and I believe that is
the
JoJo.
Joker. Yep. Okay. Well, I'm sure we're going to have a replay of this situation, regardless of what happens here.
Definitely a big spot in the game right here.
Yep.
Foul ball.
Tell you what, he wasn't fooled at all, though. He got a good swing on it, didn't he?
He did.
I'm going to watch the monitor.
So got an 0-1 count, runners at first and second with 2 outs. Mustangs still with a 2-1 lead. Well, that pitch right there looked pretty good, and that's what most of the Mustang fans were thinking also, but we didn't get the call, so it's a 1-1 count.
A little bit of wind, but overall, good night for baseball, isn't it?
It is nice, Trey. Okay, that's That's a ball.
Two balls, one strike. Is that right?
That is correct. Fouls that one off for make it a 2-2 count.
Now, I know I don't live and die by the percentages here, but I'm always a fan that if one of these guys is creeping off too far, try, get a free one on the bases.
It would be nice to sneak out without having to throw another pitch.
Yeah, that's my point.
The downside is you better make
throw it away.
Don't throw it away. I actually like the pick off at second better than the one at first. Another foul ball.
Yeah, because there's guys behind him.
Correct.
Yeah, right. No, I got you.
That throw to first base could turn into a run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Usually they only get one base if you overthrow second.
Can't really, we don't have a good view on how far that guy at second is. But once again, there's runners on first and second. My graphic is incomplete. Runners on first and second.
I'd like to see a high fastball here. He's changed his eye level.
He's taking some time, isn't he? There he goes.
Oh.
Did he foul that?
He fouled it off, and we didn't hold on to it on the foul tip. So we got Deuces Wild again, Trey. 2-2, 2 outs, runner at second. 2-1 ball game.
Two guys on. Number
True.
two's at first base.
True. I was just
trying
to make the Deuces Wild sound better.
Number two's at first base.
Get foul. Yep.
Now, number two got a pretty good lead on that pitch, too. He's thinking about, I'm scoring from here on a long single.
Yeah.
Gosh, if you could just drop. But you're right. It'd be a bad. Look where he is. Look where he is. He's way off and not even worried about it. And that coach is telling him, hey, you've got to score on a hit here. See how far he is?
He is way off, but look how deep Sevy is. Sevy's got a lot of ground to cover to get to that bag. Just take care of the batter right here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Like West tried to change up there and missed away. That's going to make it a full count. The runners will be moving right here on the pitch. This would be a good spot for an inside move, Trey.
Absolutely. Yeah, but we don't have any middle infielders playing close enough to make it happen. Everybody's giving up on those runners.
Another foul ball. It's about the 8th, maybe 9th pitch of the at-bat.
This is a game within a game you were talking about, right? Right here, batter and pitcher and competition, and we got runners that are they're going to keep getting bigger and bigger leads if you let them.
True. Yeah, that hitter's
thinking. The guy at second base, he's beyond the cut as well. I can tell by the green, and then this guy at first base is way off.
Okay, that's going to miss down. So bases loaded with 2 outs. Boy, he made West throw a lot of pitches there. You got to give him credit for a good at bat. Fought off some tough pitches and just kept working until he got a ball 4. We see why this Argyle team's 21-4, Trey.
No, 22. 22, 4-2.
My bad. Okay, Grapevine's 21-4.
21, 4-2 is Grapevine. That one game difference is a victory that they had on a Saturday against Southlake where Grapevine wasn't playing.
Okay. Well, we knew it wasn't going to be easy
they're good.
tonight.
Yeah, they're good.
It's like we're moving our right fielder a little more towards the line.
Bases are loaded, full of Eagles here.
Good pitch.
Oh, that's a great pitch.
Good job by West to get ahead right there.
Yep, that's a senior pitch. Man, he just brought his leg kick up and jammed it right down there, didn't he?
Let it
Good
go.
pitch. Yep. That may be what the coaches told him. Just go get this guy.
I believe this is a number 7 hitter for the Eagles right here. Way ahead again. You know, Wes has gotten ahead of a couple guys. He did call it a strike. It's an 0-2 count.
These coaches are wanting them to do something to mess him up to get that run in. They are saying, I mean, they want to do something crazy with the runners. I keep seeing them signaling to the runners. Bases are loaded, by the way, folks. Bases are full of Eagles, and it's a 2-1 ball game.
Okay.
That's a good spot, wasn't it?
Yeah, trying to get that hitter chasing.
Upper left quadrant looked like on the maybe off the edge.
He's not the tallest hitter up there, so it's not tough to go high on him.
I think he's going to see an off-speed pitch right here, huh?
You're right. That one missed down. You know, tonight I was talking about Wes's curveball, but I think tonight his fastball has been his best pitch. That's going to make it a 2-2 count.
Bases are loaded. 2-2 count coming from the Westinator. I keep saying bases are loaded because we don't have the graphic.
Oh,
wow. Get there, Mike.
He got it.
Hold it.
Oh,
Let's do
wow.
that replay, baby.
I was worried that was going to fall, Trey. I was worried that one was down.
Holy moly. All right, here's a replay coming at you. We'll play it on the way out with the music.
Okay, you got Keaton leading off the top of the 7th inning. Mustangs still holding on to that 2-1 lead. Well, swing that might work out. Throws it away. We should get 2 here.
Yep.
Okay, Mustangs have something working. Boy, Trey, we really dodged a bullet in that last inning. That play by Michael was a very nice play to finish off that inning.
Yeah, that'll be in highlight reels at the end of the year for sure. And that play right there, you know, getting the bat on the ball, making the defense do something, that's excellent, right? I mean, you can't predict if they're going to be able to field that ball and throw it. That was as good as any bunt.
Well, I thought it was down. You know, Michael came out of nowhere at the last second.
Oh, no, I talk Keaton.
Keaton, yeah.
Yo, Michael did come out of nowhere. I mean, as a senior making a senior-type play, you know? Now I guess Argyle's, they're going to talk about this because this is a typical bunt situation, I think.
Yeah,
With
you
nobody out and runner on second.
You would certainly expect a bunt here. We're at our number 9 spot in the order, runner at second. We've got a 1-run lead. We definitely could use another run.
Is this Brent?
This is Brent Lee at the plate.
Yeah.
Their third baseman,
and he's a great bunter, by the way.
He's even with the bag. The first baseman's in even farther.
I would love to see if he comes hard. I would love to see a slash. The first baseman is really coming hard. Did you see that?
He's playing much closer than the third baseman. I guess the third baseman's staying back, thinking he'll make the play at the bag if it's not to him.
Yep. So Brent squares early here, and there's no rotation. You have first baseman coming now.
Good out right there by Brent to take that pitch for ball.
Mustangs have a runner on second base.
He squares early, so.
I don't think the pitch count's working on this thing either. Does it have a pitch count? Up here in upper right? What does it say? 2? Still.
It does, yeah, that's not working.
Yeah, I don't think they're keeping pitch count on Daktronics. Count and outs are working, and runs. Oh, what a great bunt! That's going to be a base hit! Nope, just barely got him.
Third baseman made a nice play right there, but good job by Brent to move that runner to third base, and we got Jace coming up with a chance to drive in another run.
You can see right here on the replay, man, the third baseman, textbook play on that. I don't know who he is, but he just made a play that is not as easy as he made it look.
Right, he made a great play, and again, we talked about how that ball on turf is going to get there a little bit quicker on grass. That ball Brent probably beats that out for a hit on grass.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's a great point. That's a great point.
Catcher made a nice stop right there on a breaking pitch that was outside. He saved a couple runs on those balls in the dirt when we had a runner at third.
You know, I've been impressed. They're a solid team. They're a good team. That's why they're in the top 5 in the state.
Good cut, but fouled it off. Jace was right on that pitch.
JV picked up again a win. I want to say it was 3-1, 4-1. I can't remember exactly what it was.
That was a nail biter.
That was a nail biter. Well, I guess he was wondering if there was going to be a squeeze or something, and so you make that move there to see if you get an early break.
The Eagles do have their infielders in.
Everybody's up on the strike.
They're looking to cut that run off.
Ooh, that was a good pitch. Must have been inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. This is Jace, right?
This is Jace.
Now, he's a guy that can go yard. If he gets a pitch he can turn on here.
I'll take a sac fly.
Ooh,
it hit him, I believe. No,
nope,
it didn't hit him.
Guess not. 3-1. This is where you're, like, tightening it up. You're not hitting every strike. You're hitting your strike, right?
Good hitters count, and, yeah, get something you can drive.
Put a good swing on it. Get the barrel on it. Get it up in this wind that is picked up again suddenly.
And the outfielders have come in a bit.
Yeah, I don't understand that, actually.
Okay, they got to play. We're going to get in there on a ball in the dirt. So the second baseman fielded that ball cleanly, but threw it in the dirt to home plate, and the catcher didn't come up with it clean. I'm not sure if he gets him either way because he had to go a bit to his left to make that play, and that might have been with Keaton, who has good speed, might have beat that anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if a perfect throw gets him, like you said, Jeff. I think he was going to be in there.
It was going to be a tough
Derek
play either
Jeter
way.
Throw would have got him, right?
Tough play either way.
Yeah. Or Ozzie Albies. Look at that.
Running.
First pitch taken off.
Like a
swing and
run
bunt
right there. So another runner at second base for the Mustangs. 2 outs, but a 3-1 lead right here. Sevy in another good spot to drive in a run.
Yeah, this would be good. See the senior come around and rip one to the outfield.
Good eye right there on that first pitch. It was outside.
So the Mustangs have a runner on second base here. This is obviously top of the 7th scoreboard. They did pick up their 3rd run this inning. It's been a hard battle the whole way. I can't really point to any glaring mistakes or issues. That it's just timely hitting. It's the ROH that the Mustangs get, the return on hits, right? It's a 1-to-1 relationship.
That's about right. It's been a clean ball game. There's been, I believe, the Eagles probably have made
they had
one or two errors, but it's been a clean ball game.
A great ball game out here at the Eagles Nest, and I love this field. I mean, this is just a nice place to play baseball, for sure. The way it's put together, the turf, the wall out here in the outfield, even where the student section is over there by the Mustangs dugout. That is so great.
And they're making sure to be in the bleachers closest to our dugout. So that's going to put runners at first and second with Ryan coming to the plate again. 2 outs. Ryan has gotten 3 first pitch fastballs each time up and fouled each one of them off. I'd like to see him barrel one up if he gets the same pitch.
What do we got? Timeout on the field? Oh, yeah. Who we got? Okay. So I see what coach is doing.
You got a pinch runner.
Pinch runner. So Sevy will be able to come back. And
Ryan does have a base hit tonight and 2 RBIs. Ryan drove in the first 2 runs for the Mustangs.
well, there's only 2 things that would pull me away from this baseball game. I went ahead and sacrificed. It's
What's
the
that?
Curse of Oak Island and the Skinwalker Ranch. Those 2 history shows are on tonight. And it's the first episode of Skinwalker Ranch. If you guys are watching it out there, man, you just don't tell me what's going on. Runners on first and second for the Mustangs. Ryan Williams, man, this is a spot where you're saying to him, hey, get something you can lift.
2-0 count. 2-0 count. Good hitters count. He was thinking it.
He was. That ball was too low for him to do what he wanted to.
Yeah, it wasn't the best pitch to swing at.
Fans from both sides are in the game now.
Okay, that one's missed high and tight. Back in a 3-1 count. Oh, wow.
Ooh, wow.
That was
Yeah, I
that
don't
pitch
know.
up at the numbers.
That's not the one he called in the early innings.
No, he hasn't called that high strike that much tonight, but we'll see. Maybe that's a good thing. Ron's still got a bat in his hands. Pitcher thought about that inside move.
It's 2-2. I don't have my glasses.
It's actually a 3-2 full count.
Full count.
So we'll be moving on the pitch. There we go. Okay, struck him out. So the Mustangs do pick up a run and make it a 3-1 ball game headed to the bottom of the 7th. We'll see if West is going to stay on the mound, and I believe he is. West is coming back out for the top of the 7th.
We'll be back, see if the Mustangs can close the deal.
Okay, here we go. The Mustangs sitting on a 3-1 lead. They need 3 outs to close this one out, and they've asked Wes to finish what he started.
Wipe out Wes, just to kind of highlight what's at stake here. You got the 12th ranked team with a 2-run lead over the 4th ranked team. You got the 10-0 first place Mustangs with a 2-run lead over the 9-1 second place Eagles. And, we're 3 outs away from carrying that back to the corral at Grapevine.
Wes got ahead of him on that first pitch with a strike, but that was
a tight. He called that a strike against Ryan, I thought.
Yes. 1-1 count right here on the Eagles catcher.
Sometimes I can't figure him out.
Catcher has had some good swings tonight. He hit a line drive to Ryan in left field that was a hard out and fouls that one off to make it a 1-2 count.
Yeah, but let's just go back. Was it 2 innings ago or last inning? One of the biggest plays that we've had out here was Michael Northup on that bases loaded shot down the right field line out of nowhere.
Huge play to end the threat in the 6th inning. Jace has made 2 diving plays tonight. The Mustangs have put up 3 ESPN-worthy plays tonight in the field.
Yeah. It's been really phenomenal. And great camera work. Our guy Mike has captured everything for us. That's to be a base hit.
It's going to be a tough play.
Wow! He got him!
Wow!
Gosh!
You know what I don't understand there, Trey, is the runner actually went in sliding.
Slowed him down.
That's not a play you slide on. There was not going to be a tag.
Here it is. Let's see what we got. Out of nowhere. Look how much ground he covered. Bam!
Great angle. Throws from his knees.
Got him. He did get him. That was a great call.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the Mustangs get the first out on another
moly.
very nice defensive play.
Well, what do you say about that one?
Just tip your hat to the second
tip your
baseman.
Hat. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Good pitch. Well, no, umpire didn't agree, so it's a 2-0 count. It's the number 9 hitter right here for the Eagles.
Was that okay?
Foul ball down the third base line. You know, if Jace doesn't get to it tonight, it must be foul.
Yeah,
he's
right.
Gotten everything
That's
that was fair on the line.
Something special out here tonight.
Yeah.
Huh? These kids on the field.
Both teams came ready to play, no doubt.
These kids on the field have got a tremendous amount of talent, and both teams came to play. And
that one, I believe, is going to be played. 2 outs for the Mustangs. I know, nice play by Jace right there.
Going to show a replay of that one as well. Why not, right?
That's going to bring the Eagles back to the top of their lineup. 2 outs. Mustangs sitting on a 3-1 lead. Eagles down to their last out.
Mustangs have played fantastic baseball here tonight. And the Eagles are still hacking, man. They're not up there looking for walks. They're being aggressive.
Correct. I believe Wes has walked maybe 1 hitter all night, but they have been up there swinging the bats and, have hit some balls right at us. We've made a lot of those plays that they have hit at us, but they've hit some balls hard. There we go.
Oh,
0-2.
my gosh, it's an 0-2 count. We're up here in Argyle. It's an 0-2 count. Wipe out Wes. About to do the deal, guys.
Mustang crowd is getting a little
pumped up. The
crowd,
Mustang crowd,
yeah,
let me give a little more volume to that crowd.
Looking to finish it off right here. Foul ball.
I don't know. Maybe I put too much on it. Let's dial it down.
I'd say the Mustang crowd is outnumbered about 3-1, but right now and for the last couple innings, they have dominated.
They're standing up. Look, they're standing up in the
dominated
stands.
the noise.
Yep.
war.
There's a ball. That's going to be
get up the
base
middle.
hit. Argyle stays alive. In fact, a tying run comes to the plate, Jeff.
Yeah, the Eagles have battled, and we knew they weren't going to go down easy.
This game's not over yet. And Wes is upset with himself about where he put that pitch on 0-2.
Coach Webster's going to come talk it over again, but again, I think we'll see.
I think he might bring the Joker in for 1 out. Let's see. All right, we got to go. We got to turn down the ambient.
Yeah, we are going to see the Joker. Wes pitched a great ball game again. I'm guessing his pitch count was right at the limit. And,
all right, we're going to, Jeff, I'm going to roll us off to some YouTube music, and we'll be right back.
Okay, we've got the Joker in right here to get the last out. He's been pitching well in district play and got a 2-run lead, but it's going to be a tough out to get.
Yeah, the Eagles have a runner at first base. He's got a modest lead. Not going to do anything crazy to get picked off here with so much at stake.
Yeah, with a 2-run deficit, I wouldn't expect him to be running here. His run
doesn't mean anything. Yeah. But he doesn't want to get picked off.
Right. No, he doesn't have much of a lead.
Now is this the same guy that was batting with the bases loaded?
It's their number 2 hitter. He's the only right-handed hitter in the top 6 of their lineup.
Oh, I didn't even. Yeah. I wasn't paying close enough attention to that.
That one missed down, so it's a 2-0 count.
Who else is throwing down there? That is Dalton, isn't it?
I believe you're right.
So there's more action in the Mustang bullpen.
That one missed up. Okay,
body language on for the Joker. Oh, he's a little frustrated with himself on that pitch. You said 3-1?
3-0. It's 3-0 count, so he's going to need to come back and throw a couple strikes.
That student section over there is in a good spot.
They are letting him know what the next pitch would be if it's a ball. That's a strike. There we go. Maybe the Joker just needed to hear from the student section.
Yeah, so I'm if I'm the coach, I got another take on right here. 3-1. I don't know. I guess it's hitter's pitch if the guy's got power.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hit him.
Okay, he got hit, yeah. So that's going to put runners at first and second with 2 outs.
I think you got to go talk to him. Yep.
Brings the go-ahead run to the plate.
Coach Webster. Now, don't forget Ryan Wims came in to get 2 outs the other day, or 1 out.
You did mention that, but would you bring him in from left field right here or go with someone who's been throwing in the pen?
I don't know. I mean, the guy in the pen hadn't warmed up enough.
Because you only get 7 pitches, right, when you
8.
come to the mound. 8, okay.
Yeah, but Ryan's been throwing, every half inning, right?
True.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's to warm up, So even if nothing gets hit to him, he's probably got 15, 20, 30 pitches he's thrown to get this point in the game. Balls, I would say.
True, not exactly a
Not
pitch from a mound, but
yeah, right.
But better than nothing. So it looks like we're going to stick with the Joker here.
Once again, runners on first and second. My graphic is not tracking appropriately. Left-handed hitter for the Eagles. Mustangs are going to let the guy on first get a big lead. Yeah. I guess that's the right call with 2 outs. There's a base hit.
That is right at Ryan, and they're going to hold the runner.
Look at that throw.
That's going to load the bases.
He would have nailed him. Did you see that?
He would have. He would have. So good job of hitting there.
Bases are full of Eagles. Tying runs on second base for the Eagles.
This is the cleanup hitter right here for the Eagles.
Need a little bit of love from the crowd over there.
Ground ball to Brent Lee in the game.
Underhanded over
back to Grapevine.
Yeah, here we go.
Good pitch.
That's a great pitch. That was a great pitch.
Like a
the Joker, man. You don't know what to expect. He can be anything at any time. Right there, he was a curveball artist, wasn't he?
That was a good one.
Yeah. That's a good spot for it. I'd throw it again here on 0-1. Wouldn't give the guy a chance to sit on a fastball. That's what he threw. That's what he threw.
0-2, so.
Now I'd waste one up at his shoulders, man. I wouldn't give him anything that's hittable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of angst right here on 0-2. Bases loaded, team down 2 runs.
Right.
Bases are loaded, folks.
It should be out of the zone.
The Joker looking to close the deal. No balls, 2 strikes. We're at the Eagles' nest, looking to see if Grapevine can hold on.
That was that high fastball.
Wow.
So 1-2 count, still the pitcher's spot right here.
Throwing the cutter on the outside edge here.
He snapped off 2 good curveballs. I wouldn't necessarily have a problem if he decided to come back with that.
Yep. Come on, Joker, you can do it right here. He did. Is that going to be playable?
Stay in play. Not quite. Well,
no, it was in play.
It was in play if you run through the fence.
No. He's picking it up.
Oh, I know. But
yeah, no, it would have been better than an ESPN highlight reel.
We might have lost Ryan for the season if he makes that play.
That's right. Wow.
Wind is also pushing that ball towards that line.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's going to have to jam him inside here with a fastball to get him out, which is a risky proposition. That's going to stay, hopefully, Michael Northup. There we go, ball game. Mustangs win 3-1. Mustangs win. Let's go ahead. We'll play a replay of that one, and then we'll head out for the evening. Go ahead, Jeff. Wrap it up because I got to go get my gear.
Okay, Mustangs stay perfect in district play. It wasn't easy, but it was fun. Wes is another great pitching performance by Wes. When he had runners on base, he bared down, held the Eagles to 1 run. He may have got charged with that. Yeah, he got charged with that 1 run, but Mustangs hold on for a 3-1 victory. It was again not easy, but it was fun to watch, and we look forward to seeing everybody Friday night at the Corral and keeping that record going on
Mustang
Mustang
stay perfect.
Baseball.
We're going to roll. This is Mustang Baseball Live on Tradio.